So this is not for YouTube. This is for TikTok and other social medias, including Facebook. And if you've received a link to this from me, it's because I'm very casually trying to make a point. If you have not received this link from me, but someone else has shared it, they're probably laughing along with me. So, if you've seen any Facebook photos that I've taken, or any Instagram photos, or anything else at any point in time, you know, because I don't necessarily keep Facebook. And over the last 10 years, I've had about 8 of them. And they keep getting locked out, and I ended up closing them because of political reasons. If you manage to get on one and see me with a gun, or if you manage to go on Instagram and see me with a gun, or TikTok, relax. Okay? The argument isn't that I have real guns or fake guns. The argument is that my guns are just sitting out. If I'm trying to make an actual video, I may pull a gun out and put it in a display form before making the video. But I'd like to make it ever so clear that you can't look at my videos and call the ATF and say that this person is illegally storing his guns, because I'm not. The guns that you keep seeing all over the place are safely contained in safes. The guns that you don't see contained in safes, well, let's start with this one. That's about as obvious as it gets that it's a girl's gun, right? I don't have anything in it yet, because, again, it's not mine. It's a girl's gun. I'm not a girl. But you can hear the clickety click click click, and there's nothing in it. Oh, look at that. It does have a safety. You can hear that, right? It's piston driven. And yes, I just dry fired my daughter's BB gun. And I say my daughter's BB gun because it is my daughter's BB gun. She just can't have it for another 10 years. Why? I have a specific age in mind when she's allowed to start learning firearm safety, and that's what I want her to learn with. Okay, so I have it sitting out to always remind me of my daughter, even if she's not here. Because I love my daughter. I think the world of her. And while you're wondering, well, I do have my own. Because BB guns are fun. You know? Really enjoy these. This is the very classic Red Ryder BB gun. You might see this one on the wall next to the pink one because it just kind of looks like a nice set. I mean, I can keep going about all of the guns that you may see that are not actual firearms. This is rattling like crazy. Yes, it has a red dot on it. And, I mean, don't know if you can see the red dot. Well, this one's a green dot. Not sure. I can't tell if you can see it, but I can see it. I can see the laser lighting up in there. It's got a laser on it and everything. Still a BB gun. Still a BB gun. BB guns are not firearms. They're not required to be sold under any pretense of how they're stored. This is an NXG. Also, it says APX on the other side. It says NXG on this side, and this is actually a Ruger pellet gun. You pump it with this really ugly plastic lever. Yeah, put a side on it. A really cool muzzle brake, but BB gun, pellet gun. BB gun. Pump action. BBs. Could also load pellets, but BBs. Kind of worried because I feel like I have to shoot it. And I'm going to have to. But there's nothing in it. I know there's nothing in it. 100% know there's nothing in it. And it could damage it, but it's a risk I'm willing to break it. This is a break action pellet rifle. Not BBs, pellet, not gun, rifle. But, okay, so it's loud, but it functions without any ammunition in it because it's not a firearm. Okay, I have the same thing again, but a really nice one, wood grain. I'm actually pretty sure it's plastic, made by Ruger, and just really very decorative. I'll come back in again. Got all these little vent lines in it. The scope came with it. Break action pellet rifle, but still not a firearm. Rattling. What do we know if it rattles? It probably has BBs in it. Okay. It also uses this really ugly arm to load this plastic gun. Although, interestingly enough, this arm is actually made of metal and is starting to rust. But the entire gun, other than this arm, is made of plastic, which is strange. But, you know, super fun throwback to my golden Henry 4570, because I can't shoot that everywhere. So instead, I can pull this out and it feels like I have my 4570 gold-plated Henry in my arms. But instead, I have this. They've even added the tube-fed magazine tube to it to give it that look. There's more. Should I do more? I'll do this for YouTube. And everyone that sees it can see it because of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Clout? Doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay, more guns that aren't guns. More playthings that are not firearms. Let's make it make the pew pew. Okay, this is in fact a BB gun. Yes, a BB gun. It does have a magazine location. It does have a whole bunch of scary parts. But this is, in fact, a BB gun. It says Crosman Full Auto. Crosman Full Auto. And when you're wondering, oh my god, that's so scary. It comes in black. I know. It was so scary in black, I had to also buy it in brown. Black and brown do have slightly different aesthetics. They even have a slightly different name. But it is basically the same guts, same internals, just different color on the exterior. You can't fire this. You cannot fire this. There's nothing in it. There's no magazine. It will not hold a BB inside of it. The entire way that it's designed will not allow you to do so. So I can put my finger on this trigger and do this. It's not safe 1,000% for me to act this way around people, but I'm in a room that these could never shoot through by myself with the guns pointed in a direction that they will not hit anybody, knowing that they are empty. So that's me showing you that these things are not real firearms. So I'll store them wherever I damn well please. And that's just my retort to the 3 people that I've seen between TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and all of these places over the last couple of years telling me that I can't have those. Getting tired of it. About ready to join all of the social medias again, Facebook and all, and join them and then just post this everywhere. And I'm actually recording this. I'm contemplating it. If I get one more person asking me if I can legally store these firearms in the way that I'm storing them, I'm going to post it. Because the ones that you're seeing aren't real firearms. Oh, wait. But you saw a handgun, right? BB gun. BB gun. CO2 powered BB gun. CO2 powered BB gun. Okay? These are toys. These are slightly dangerous toys. So if I want to store them on display in my house, I will. If I want to put them on the roof, I'll put them on the roof. They're not firearms. Thank you. For those of you that know me and understand that I'm overly addressing the issue, just know that this doesn't apply to you. For anyone that's been watching my channel and following and seeing how I do things on YouTube, I do apologize for this. You did not have to watch all the way through. If you've heard anyone say shit about the way I have guns just sitting out or anything like I have a bicycle, then please, for the love of God, send them this. But just understand that the real guns that I have are safely stored, empty, with magazines locked up in compartments that are external of the gun safe in other rooms. The ammunition is stored in a completely separate room, locked up in a drawer. The firearms are in their firearm approved locking safe containers with the gun wire locks through them. And when you ask, doesn't that mean that that gun is in no way ever going to keep you safe? Yeah, it does. I will never be able to grab those guns, pull it out, and shoot someone in self-defense. And that's a bad thing, right? Yes, it is a bad thing. Why do I do that? Because the ATF would be on my ass at the hint. I don't live in California. I don't. But if for some reason they changed the laws and got really strict, they'd look back at this video and they'd have to hear me saying whether I did or didn't store my guns appropriately. So if I ever change the way I store them in the future, so be it. If I ever change the way I stored them in the past, so be it. But at this exact moment in time, just understand that at this exact moment in time, for ATF legal and law purposes, every gun that I have, every one of them, every single firearm that shoots bullets, is locked up behind 3 layers of secured locking mechanisms, completely separated from their bullets, that are also locked up with the magazines so that they cannot be used together within an hour and a half of fiddling with keys. Now, anyone who wants to, show up and try to rob me because they've seen this video may or may not get a different outcome. But I just wanted to show, for legal purposes, for ATF purposes, for people trying to get me banned on social medias, and for good advice for general people who intend to only use a gun for sport. You do lock up your guns. You lock them up. You put them in gun safes like this. And as I said before, I put guns on display. So these firearms do not have locks going through the barrel chambers, because I have them on display right this minute so that you can see them. I don't want you to see what color those locks are or anything else. But the locks would go on them, then they'd be locked behind this, then the ammo is stored in a completely different room, and they are completely safe. The safe is bolted to the wall, safe is bolted to the floor. This particular room locks with 3 different locks. There is 3 wireless cameras in here that are constantly running. And of course my security cats. And I live right next door to the manager of this particular location that I'm living and paying rent. They keep an eye on this place nonstop. So any funny business would be noticed. And this particular place is within 5 feet of the other building this particular room, this window is absolutely pointless because it's right next to like his room or office where he stays in his building. So the chances of anyone getting between the buildings and getting in here is very little. But there's also wood up there, and I just don't like the wood. This room is very secure. Then the gun safes are secure, and then the guns are secured, and then the ammo is secured separately. There is no need to panic about anything that you see in my videos, whether it be YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or anything, because I promise you, if you see it just laying out, it's not real. If you do see it laying out and I go into a review with it, it may be real, and I'm just putting it on display. There is a reason for why people do YouTube videos the way they do, and I'm not stupid or irresponsible with my firearms because I have one sitting out. Okay? I do the full extent of the law to the rate that the law requires me to do so. All of these are gun safe keys for all of my gun safes. I have more keys for gun locks. More keys. And more keys. There's plenty of things locked up and they're safe. You actually have a pretty good chance of being hurt by something a lot less fast than a full automatic rifle or anything like that in my home. For example, just for the record, it hurts really bad to get a broadhead, like razor blade style hunting tip out of your chest cavity once it's gone behind the bone and the blade is shattered. So I don't feel the direct need to keep every single firearm I have every 3 inches in my home. That's an American stereotype that I did not appreciate from an Aussie friend. And this is not directed at him, but people that have decided that I am storing real firearms in an unsafe manner. I am not. And this is the proof. This is me making the statement. This is me showing you those guns that you've seen just sitting around are BB guns, pellet guns. Usually they're unsafe, and you have to do a function to get the bullets into a firing position. And they're stored up out of the reach of any children that are almost never here because of their mother or situations or work. So, with that said, if you're judging me for the way I keep my guns, kindly fuck off.